Here, what's good, cryptocurrency fans out there? Welcome back to the Everything Altcoin channel. Today, we're going to be talking about how Centrifuge is bringing RWAs to Base. This is looking pretty good for Base as of right now, and it is looking amazing for Centrifuge. Now, you guys already know we've been talking a lot about AI and AI that, AI agent this, robotics that, everything AI. But this is one play that I've been very bullish on for the RWA sector, and this is the one that I just keep talking about, which is Centrifuge, and they recently had some huge news. Now, Centrifuge right now is going through a lot of migration. I think it's coming over to Base as of right now too, but as of right now, you guys can see this is the new contract, new page for Centrifuge. You guys can see it did hit its market cap of $175 million. Right now, you guys can see on the year, it's honestly just been on a nice little uptrend. We've been talking about it multiple times. I've been telling you guys, when it comes down to RWAs, I'm very bullish on Centrifuge, and this has played out nicely for us. Right now, I do have a member that has been holding into it. He's watched one of my videos and actually got into Centrifuge because of the video, and he's been loving it right now. So you can see all-time high was just 9 months ago, so it is just down 24% from its all-time high on this new contract here. I bring this up because they did have a previous old contract up here. As you can see, a lot of things, this is the old one here, but the previous all-time high for Centrifuge as a token in this space was $2.19. So you guys can see a lot of changes is happening right now, which could be good, could be bad as well. Now, the recent news is that Centrifuge is bringing RWAs to Coinbase, specifically tokenized S&P 500 exposure from Centrifuge is live on Coinbase, right? So the RWAs are now live on Coinbase, or not Coinbase, sorry, on Base, a new framework for issuing tokenized assets that interact natively with DeFi while maintaining institutional compliance. The first product is called DSPXA, tokenized exposure to the S&P 500, built in partnership with the S&P Dow Jones Indices and managed by Janus Henderson and offered by Centrifuge and its affiliates to eligible non-US participants, well, non-US people. You guys can see here. So what does DRWAs change? The tokenized asset market has crossed $25 billion. But the most of those assets remain isolated in permission wallet single chain environments with no DeFi interoperability. Capital exits on chain but can't move like capital should. DRWAs solve this, right? This framework lets tokenized assets interact natively with DeFi protocols while preserving the compliance requirements that institutional issuers need. These are assets that are both institutionally sound and DeFi composable, right? DSPXA is an S&P 500 exposure that settles 24/7, right? It is accessible to eligible non-US participants, meaning that people are going to be able to trade this pretty much 24/7. So you guys can see they're trying to grow the pie, and they're bringing it over to Base as of right now. So this is a nice little post here. A lot of people now are starting to get properly bullish on Centrifuge, something I've been bullish on for a while now. And they've been out there, they've been talking. This is a interview that they had on CoinDesk here. Centrifuge brings tokenization and DeFi composability together. That's what the launch on Base is built for. Tokenized RWAs that integrate with the rest of the on-chain economy. Now, you guys seen Centrifuge has been doing some big things. They even, I think they got like a little, not a grant, I want to say, but someone invested, I forgot how much it was, into Centrifuge not too long ago as like an institutional play. That's what it was. So the Sky ecosystem here, right? Parker, you can see they was on a live stream with Milk Road here. They talked about how they deployed over $1 billion into Centrifuge. So this lets you know that people are positioning themselves into what Centrifuge has building for the future here. So this is why I've been liking Centrifuge for a while now. Now, as you may notice, this is their tokenization weekly report that they put out. Normally it's from RWA XYZ. You guys can get that data there too. Just go on to there. But on-chain finance compounds in two directions. More wallets holding tokenized real world assets, more capital sitting in them. Both moved together this week here. Distributed value hit over 30 billion here. Total assets also is up, asset holders is up over 750,000. So this is pretty good right now. You guys can see a lot of things is happening with Centrifuge. Now, you know, we're going to come over, ask Asai its thoughts on things like that, but we're also going to look at the new tool that we also brought into the terminal. Now, if you guys want access to the HQ, the terminal, and our AI agents, you guys already know, you guys can go onto Patreon here, check out the video here that's right here. It's going to walk you through all the things that we got in this HQ here that you guys can get access to. It's going to be the best terminal that you guys can honestly use, and you'll also see the discount code here, Asai 2026, for 40% off your first month to test out the group here, and then you can plug it into Patreon and get that discount and test out the group, get your feet wet, all of that, right? But I'm going to show you now the new tool that we brought into the HQ here. It's the forensics tool. This we're going to be using to figure out what's going on chain with these tokens here, how the holders are looking like, things like that. So right now, if you go ahead and look into Centrifuge, we're looking at the basics as of right now. You can see the price here. The GT score here is 83 out of 100 here. This is pretty good. In the last 7 days, it is up 39%. Last 30 days it's up 51%, which is freaking huge. Now, the whales have been holding this, they have been accumulating this. We haven't seen too many of the smaller wallets right now you know, control this as of right now. But as you guys can see here, about 100 whales or so have positioned themselves with $171 million into Centrifuge. Now, looking at the traders that have been trading Centrifuge right now, this is looking at the past at least 1,000 here traders analyzed from the last 90 days here. You guys can see unrealized profit. These guys right now, most of the traders pretty much are in profit here. Over 414 people that bought into Centrifuge recently in the last 90 days is actually in profit here. And loss is 81. They're probably still holding from like a while ago. It's not a lot, but unrealized profit is about $281,000 as of right now. Unrealized loss has been 20,000, and the realized profits from those that have been selling out actually have taken about $36,000 so far. So you guys can see this is all that's happening on chain right now. Now remember, if you guys want to get access to this, you guys are going to have to sign up for the Patreon. This is going to be a useful tool to analyze these altcoins as you go into this bull market here. Even in a bear market, you guys get to see how many of the holders are actually in profit or versus losses, right? And that can help you determine when is the best time to trade some of these altcoins, right? Now, I did ask Asai its thoughts on Centrifuge here. Now, the read is Centrifuge is the oldest real RWA protocol in DeFi. Now, if you guys been around for a little bit of time, you guys would know that is true. They've been building on Polkadot since 2021. That's when I found out about Centrifuge, and that's why I've been pretty bullish on Centrifuge for a while now, right? Right now, they're going to have the V3 migration, which is pretty much complete. It crossed $1.7 billion in TVL, and it launched a tokenized S&P 500 product on Base. We just talked about that. That's real institutional infrastructure, but CFG, the token, has structural problems. It is talking about the 3% inflation going to the DAO. That's not governance tokens. That's not a governance token with deflationary pressure. It's one with continuously dilute holders to fund the operation. So that's a little red flag there as of right now that you guys can see. Combine that with the liquidity on Uniswap of $1.4 million, that is very low, and a buy ratio of 41%. That's also kind of low, but you're looking at the token that is built for protocol utility, not speculative gain. When you do look into Centrifuge, the Uniswap pool, you can see here it does have that liquidity of $1.4 million. So that is a red flag, seeing that this is now getting pretty big now, right? So the V3 migration is a big unlock. Centrifuge moved from a multi-chain to a multi-chain EVM native architecture across 10 chains. This means the utility, CFG utility governance fee capture staking, now works across chain. The quarterly investor call on April 29th covered growth metrics and roadmap, and an AMA is coming up with a Tease partnership. So we got to see what that is looking like. The SPX launched on Base is quietly significant. Tokenized S&P 500 exposure on Base, a chain that is positioned as the AI economy settlement layer in front of a different developer cohort than Ethereum only degens. You guys can see the TVL there. The real private credit being originated on chain. RWA sector is tracking towards $30 billion. BlackRock, Franklin Templeton, and now the DTCC are all tokenizing, right? Centrifuge is an infrastructure, not just a hype narrative, but the infrastructure is working. So again, it did bring up some red flags, which is the Uniswap liquidity, which is $1.4 million. It talks about the 3% annual inflation. That's another thing right there. And then the buyback ratio. Sellers are winning short term right now, but we did show you that most people are really in profit right now. The sellers took about was it like 30 something thousand into profits right now, and it is down 86% from its all-time highs. Now the thing about it being down 86% from its all-time highs is because, as I showed you guys earlier, it was pretty much older token here. You guys can see here that this one was from $2.19. So they moved from this to now to the new token, where it kind of just shows that they're only down 24%. Now the bull case is pretty much the RWA sector is the realest narrative in crypto right now. I would say AI, but you know, I'm an AI bull. The bear case is the tokenomics here, but the bottom line is that Centrifuge is looking pretty good right now, right? Also, it does highlight Ondo and Plume for cleaner plays in the narrative as of right now with better tokenomics, but I do like Centrifuge, right? This is where me and Asai sometimes go a little different. It does give us the bear case, which is good. We always need the bear case in altcoins just to evaluate them, but the bull case for me does outweigh the bear case in this instance here, and a lot of things is changing for them. They're changing out a lot of different things here, so maybe we will see how much this will be able to fly up coming up this bull market here, because this has been on an absolute tear. If you guys are just looking at this from like February, you guys could have got this below $50 million market cap, and you could have got it over 3x on that right now. So this is looking pretty good. A lot of people are going to be looking at RWA plays, and they're going to be looking at Centrifuge. They're going to look at Ondo, they're going to look at CC, they're going to look at Plume, they're going to look at Centrifuge. I think Centrifuge has a good opportunity to be a blue chip RWA altcoin, but you guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and if you guys haven't subscribed already yet, please do so. We're on our road to 30K subscribers, and I'll show you guys later. Peace, YouTube.